Welcome to yoga at the Benninghofen house. We have a great practice tonight focusing on the hands, the hips, and the heart. So we're going to start in a comfortable seat. So whether that's sitting on the floor, raising your hips up a little bit to sit on the edge of a blanket, or sitting up a little higher on a bolster, or even up on a chair, take the time to find the seating that's going to allow you to sit up nice and straight. So if you're sitting on the floor and you're having trouble sitting straight and you're rounding a little in the spine, then raise your hips up a little bit. Grounding down into the sitting bones, lifting up in the chest, shoulders back and down, crown of the head lifting, chin slightly tilted to lengthen the back of the neck. So tonight, in addition to doing some stretches and exercises for the hands, we're also going to be exploring some different shapes. They're called mudras, and the word mudra means a sign or a seal. And basically, by making these different shapes or gestures, it directs the energy for different purposes, like calming the mind, for example. So here at the beginning, while we're sitting and focusing on our breath, we're going to join the index finger and the thumb, and then the other 3 fingers are pointing out, deciding if you want your palms facing up to open your awareness, or palms facing down to calm the mind. Closing the eyes, starting to watch the breath. Feeling the inhale coming in through the nose, watching it turn into an exhale and flow out, feeling it flow out. Letting go of your day. Letting go of any thoughts or to-dos or anxieties. Making a space for yourself. Taking time during this practice to take care of yourself. Scanning your body for any tension. And with each exhale, letting it go. Relaxing your jaw. Bringing your tongue to the roof of your mouth behind your teeth, resting it there. Feeling your shoulders falling down away from your ears. Connecting with your ocean breath, that HA on the inhale and exhale, but with a closed mouth, listening to the sound. Deepening the breath. On the inhale, the belly expands. On the exhale, the belly contracts. Deep, even ocean breath. Using the breath to be present during the practice. Bringing your attention to your heart center. What do you sense there? Does your heart feel heavy? Does it feel light? Does it feel warm? Visualizing a beautiful lotus flower unfolding at the center of your chest. The petals spreading open with each inhale. As you exhale, dwell inside the lotus flower. When feelings arise or thoughts arise, allow them to pass through like the changing light of day, or you could allow them to rest on the petals of your lotus flower. Dwell inside your lotus heart, feeling the qualities of unconditional love emerge. By visualizing your heart as a lotus flower, you can begin to create a safe, comfortable place for your mind to settle. Bringing your hands to your heart. This is called Anjali Mudra. It's where we say Namaste. We start the practice with it and we end the practice with it. And this mudra brings focus right to the core of your being. Namaste, which is a sacred hello in India, translates to I bow to the divinity in you from the divinity in me. So we're going to press each of our fingerprints together on the sides of your thumbs. Press your knuckles together. Bring your wrists down in line with your elbows. Sit up nice and tall. Drop the shoulders back and down. Feel your chest opening from the inside. Feel space in your armpits. So we're going to keep the thumbs and the pinkies pressing and then just bring the 3 middle fingers apart. So making like a little lotus flower that you can gaze down into. Setting an intention for your practice, planting a seed down in the base of this lotus flower in your lotus heart. It can be an intention of unconditional love for yourself. It could be any specific intention that you have. Your intention could simply be to stay present with every breath during this practice. So planting the seed, setting your intention. During the practice, we'll come back to our breath. We'll come back to our intention, dedicating all of your efforts towards becoming your best self. Bringing your hands down to your knees, sitting up nice and tall. We're just going to exhale, belly button towards the spine, chin towards the chest, rounding back. Inhale, rocking forward, shoulders shrugging back, warming up the spine. Exhaling at the back, inhaling at the front. All the breath out on the exhale, full deep belly breath. And we're going to start to spiral the spine around. You can go slow or fast, big or small. Switching directions. Moving with your breath. Inhale at the front, exhale at the back. And then sitting nice and tall. We're going to drop our chin down towards our chest and then roll your left ear over to your left shoulder. Exhale your chin to your chest. Inhale the right ear to the right shoulder. Exhale chin to chest. Left ear to left shoulder and hold it over there. We're going to take our left hand across to our neck and just massage around with your fingertips. Just feeling along the neck. Extend your right arm out. Just feeling. You can move your head around a little. You can look down at your shoulder, out to the front. You can roll your wrists. Just little movements here. And as you're making them, feel with your hand how that affects your neck muscles. Just kind of intuitively rubbing around. All right, bring your hands down and your chin down. Then right ear over to right shoulder, sitting up tall, dropping your shoulders down. Right hand comes up, along the neck muscles, massaging. Left arm comes out, rolling your wrist, looking down at your shoulder, out to the front, shoulder, front. All right, hands down, chin down, head up. Bring your fingertips to your shoulders. You're going to find some shoulder rolls, bringing your elbows towards each other in the front and then around. Breathing. And then the other way. Bringing the hands to your heart, namaste. Dropping your wrists down to your elbows. Breathe in. Breathe out. Push your hands to the right and look to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, push your hands to the left and look to the right. Inhale, center. So we're just going to open our fingers here and close them. Open them and close them, stretching them wide. Okay, now we're going to put all of our fingers down and just put your two pinkies up and kind of press the fingerprints together. And we're going to find a nice little stretch for each finger. So with all of these poses with the hands, as well as with all yoga poses, always listen to your body. If you've had any kind of injury with any of your fingers, don't press them hard. But kind of find your edge here with the pinkies, and then do the ring fingers, stretching them out, feeling that webbing in between your fingers stretch. If you do a lot of manual work or gardening, playing an instrument, making stained glass, you might be, middle fingers, you might be using your hands a lot in the same way and holding your hands in the same way, and so your hands need to be stretched out. The muscles and tendons need a little stretch. So that's what we're getting here. Pointers, stretch them to the amount that feels good. And then thumbs, finding that counter pressure. Okay, hands back to namaste. We're gonna dive forward with our hands and then roll your wrists, the backs of your wrists together. Then your palms face towards you, then back together. Dive, wrists, palms together. So just kind of finding what feels good within that, feeling that little wrist roll. Now let's go the other way. Palms face towards you, dive to yourself, wrists together, back together. Okay, now we're gonna clasp all of our fingers together and then open them and then clasp them with the other thumb on the outside. Open, clasp. Just kind of switching the clasp back and forth. Okay, and then find the clasp and then roll your wrists. Roll them the other way. Okay, so we're gonna do a little hand massage now. So get a little bit of lotion and put some on each hand and just kind of rub it all around. You can even bring it up a little bit onto your forearms, especially if you have a lot. You can kind of get rid of some of it on your arms, just so you have a good amount. You don't want to have so much that your hands are really slippery or that they're going to be really slippery later. So spread it out if need be. Okay, so we will start with the right hand. So first we're going to take the thumb of the left hand. We're going to bend the right hand down and just use the thumb to massage in these little wrist bones in here. Just kind of explore around, see what your wrist is feeling like. You might feel some stuff moving around in there. You might hear a little crunching. I think that's normal. Massaging it around, then extending the massage to the top of your hand. Just doing some circles, whatever feels good. Taking time, especially between the pointer and the thumb, to really massage in there. Big tendon that can get tight. And then flip the hand over. We're going to use the thumb again to massage around in the palm. You can take your thumb across the bottoms of the fingers. It's a nice little release. Again, spend some time between the thumb and the pointer finger, just kind of pinching, squeezing, massaging that around. Okay, now we're going to do each finger. So for each finger, we're going to just massage down the side of it, kind of pinching with our other fingers, and then down the top and bottom, massaging, and then just kind of working the joints, just giving it a little movement. All right, ring finger, massaging down the sides, pinching the top and bottom, massaging down that way, and then just maneuvering those joints around. middle finger, sides, top. Do the worm. Pointer, sides, top. Just giving your hands a little love here. Thumb. All right, so that's the right hand. Now we'll do the same stuff with the left hand. So first, massaging in those little wrist bones, flexing your hand down. Then top of your hand, massaging around. You can kind of massage, you can feel in between your fingers, like massage in between the bones, kind of get in there, loosen that fascia up. Flip your hand over, massaging the palm of your hand, exploring around, noticing, does this hand feel different? Are there parts on the hand that feel different? Going across the fingers at the bottom, getting in between the thumb and the pointer. All right, each finger gets a turn. So massaging on the top, sides, kind of pulling it out a little, then just working it around. Ring finger, top, working it around. Being grateful for your hands and all they allow us to do. Thumb. All right, shake it out. We're going to bring our arms straight out in front of us, make a fist, and then pull your shoulder blades back, hook your shoulder blades back. We're going to bring fist down, up, down, and up. Now face them towards each other like you're driving. In and out. In and out. Now face your palms up to the ceiling. Roll them back towards you. And then extend them down towards the floor. Towards you. Floor. One more time. Okay. Now we're going to send the left arm out. Flex it up and pull it back. The other hand. Just breathe into it. Breathe into any tension, any tightness. Let the breath kind of comb through the tight areas of your body. Now bring your hand down along your arm and then flex it down and hold it. Breathing. Okay, now the other side. Right hand, flex it up, hold it. And then flex it down and hold it. All right, shake them out. Bring your hands back to Namaste at your chest. Fold all your fingers down and just put up only the index fingers, the pointers. So this is Kali Mudra. It empowers you to speak your truth, helps you find courage and build inner strength. So we're going to be doing this mudra later during lunges, so I just wanted to practice it now. So breathing here. And then bringing your hands down, we're going to make our way to table on our hands and knees. So meet me at table. So in table on your hands and knees, check that your knees are under your hips in the back. Check in the front that your wrists are under your shoulders. Spread your fingers out wide. Push into the floor with all of your fingerprints and with all of your knuckles, taking some of the pressure off of your wrist and your palm. If this you could always come to fists here. All right. And your spine down for cow. Tailbone rolls up, looking up. Breath in. Exhale to cat. Inhale to cow. Tuck your toes under in the back and exhale, hips to the ceiling for downward dog. So in the front, checking your hands, you're pushing the floor away so your hips go up and back. Move your hands so that your fingers are spread wide and your pinkies are at the edge of your mat. So widen your hands a little. Where your thumb and your index finger meet, especially there, you're pushing the floor away, dropping your heels down towards the floor one at a time, opening up the backs of the legs. Deep breaths here. Looking forward in between your hands, walking your feet forward to a forward fold. Breathing here, you can sway back and forth a few times, feeling that nice release in your low back. Shaking no and yes, making sure your neck is nice and relaxed. Hanging out here in this inversion, breathing deep, listening to the sound of your ocean breath. So you can either stay here like this for a few more breaths or try hand pose. So you can have a big bend in your knees here, but the idea is to bring your hands under your feet to really get your toes like all the way up almost to your wrist. And then use your toes, just kind of move your toes back and forth to massage your hand. You can get a deep massage in your hand here. And then looking forward, if you just arch up a little, like come up halfway, you can feel a deep release in your wrists. So being gentle here, feeling it slow first and then moving into it. Deep breaths. And then releasing your hands out from under your feet and bringing your hands to your shins. Inhaling up halfway. So take the bump out of your back, shrug your shoulders back away from your ears. Feel your head and your tailbone reaching towards opposite sides of the room. Deep breath in. Exhale, fold. Hands on your shins, come up halfway. Exhale, fold. One more time, inhale up halfway. Exhale, fold. Arms out to the sides, coming all the way up. Energy in the fingers. Watching your palms come together, stretching up tall. Exhaling your hands to your heart, standing tall in mountain. So rocking around on your feet, grounding down, spreading your feet out wide, pulling your legs in the top front, tucking your tailbone down, shrugging your shoulders back and down, pushing all of your fingertips together and all of your knuckles. Feeling strong and tall like a mountain. Dropping your arms down to the side, inhale them up, watch the palms come together. Exhale, folding forward, swan dive, leading with the heart, hinging at the hips, releasing all the way down, relaxing your head and neck and jaw. Hands on your shins, inhale up halfway. Exhale, fold. Arms out to the sides, coming all the way up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Again, inhale the arms down and up. Stretch tall, watch the palms come together. Exhale, swan dive forward. Hands on your shins, inhale up halfway. Exhale, fold. Arms out to the sides, coming all the way up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Again, inhale your arms up. Lots of breathing. Exhale, fold. Bring your hands to the floor and step back to downward dog. Deep breath in. Exhale your knees to the floor for table. Uncurl your toes. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Flat back. We're just going to walk our hands forward. Shift your hips forward to half plank. Deep breath in. On the exhale, coming all the way down onto your belly. We're going to send the arms out wide for a wide cobra, flowing with our breath. So arms are out wide, fingers spread wide, pushing down with your fingers on the floor at all. We're going to inhale and arch up for cobra. Rolling down. Legs are active, so pressing the tops of your feet into the floor. Inhale, rolling up. Rolling down. One more time, we're going to hold it up. Legs active. Shrugging your shoulders down away from your ears. Feeling the curve in your back. Deep breaths. Higher. And then exhale the whole body down. Bring your hands under your shoulders. Push up and back through table. Back child's pose, hips to heels. You can open your knees wide, big toes together, forehead to the floor. Deep breaths here. Connecting with your ocean breath, connecting with your lotus heart, connecting with your intention. On the exhales, letting go. On your next inhale, coming forward to table. Tucking your toes under in the back. Inhale, cow. Exhale, down dog, lifting your hips up. Looking forward in between your hands and stepping forward to a forward fold. Release your head and neck. Release your jaw. Hands on your shins. Inhale up halfway. Exhale, fold. Arms out to the sides, coming all the way up. Exhale, hands to your heart, standing tall in mountain. We're going to do one more round. Inhale the arms down and up. Watch the palms come together. Exhale, folding forward. Bring your hands to the floor and we're going to step back with your left foot, catching the high lunge. So in the high lunge, ankle in the front is under your knee. If your knee's going past the foot, just scooch it forward. Balanced on your toes in the back, extending out through the back heel. Breathing deep, sending the air to your hip, letting your hip open up. On the inhale, breathing into the tension. On the exhale, feeling it relax. On your next exhale, bring your back knee down, uncurl the toes, low lunge. Making your back, leg, and hip nice and tight, bringing your hands to your hips. Shrugging your shoulders back and down, crown of the head reaching to the ceiling. On the inhale, on the exhale, sinking in the hips. We're gonna do that Kali mudra here, so clasping your fingers in the front, extending your index fingers only, and then raising it up. On the inhale, reaching tall, feeling strong and courageous. On the inhales, lift. On the exhales, letting the hips sink and open. One more inhale, reach. On the exhale, bringing your hands down to the floor. Curl your back toes under and we're going to step back. to downward dog. On your next exhale, bring your knees down. Uncurl the toes for table. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Flat back. Walk the hands forward. Shift the hips forward for half plank. Your wrists are under your shoulders. On the exhales, pulling your belly in. Deep ocean breaths. On your next exhale, slowly with your elbows hugged in, lowering all the way down. Grounding your top of your feet down in the back. Tucking your tailbone down, legs are active. Widening your arms out to the sides on your fingertips. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale, rolling up. Exhale down. This one will hold. Inhale it up. Legs active in the back. Shrugging your shoulders down, lifting up. Bringing the curve to the top part of your spine. Deep breaths, feeling your belly pressing on the floor. One more inhale, go up a little higher. And exhale the whole body down. Bring your hands under your shoulders. Push up and back through table. Back to child's pose. Wide knees, forehead to the floor. Connecting with your lotus heart. On the inhales, the petals are opening. On the exhales, dwell inside the lotus. On your next inhale, coming back to table. Tuck your toes under in the back. Inhale, cow. Exhale, down dog. Looking forward in between your hands and stepping your left foot forward with as many steps as you need to take. Finding that high lunge on the other side. So ankle under the knee, balanced on your right toes, sinking in the hips, breathing into any tension, sending the breath to where it's tight. Letting the breath comb through the tension. On the exhales, relaxing into it, softening into the shape. Bringing your back knee down gently, uncurl the toes. Tighten up your back leg and hip, and then bring your hands to your hips. Shrug your shoulders back and down, low lunge. Bringing your hands, clasp them in front of you. Put your index fingers up for Kali Mudra. Inhale it up. Exhale, sink in the hips. Inhale, reaching tall. Exhale, sink. One more inhale, reach. Then on the exhale, bring your hands to the floor, curl your back toes under and push off your back foot. Forward to the forward fold. Release and hang out here. Hands on your shins, come up halfway. Exhale, fold. Arms out to the sides, coming all the way up. Reaching tall. Exhale, hands to your heart, standing tall in mountain pose. Feeling grateful. All right, so we are going to do a little work for the hips. So we're going to be seated. So again, feel free to sit on the edge of a blanket or a bolster to raise your hips up a little bit, especially if your hips are tight. So hips are an area that people hold a lot of tension, a lot of tightness. So listen to your body in these poses. Always kind of trying to find your edge. You want to feel the stretch, but it shouldn't hurt. We're not stretching into pain. So the idea is to move into it until you feel your edge. You feel your nice, juicy stretch, and then find your breath there. And then use the breath to loosen it even further so your edge is a little further next time. And that is how we build our flexibility in these poses. So the first one is going to be butterfly. So bringing the soles of your feet together. So again, if you're feeling like you want to bubble forward, that would mean maybe sit up on the edge of something so that you can have a straight spine here. So head over heart, heart over pelvis, sitting up nice and tall, finding that length. And just bring our hand to the back first and lengthen. And we're going to make a little basket with our fingers, bring it around our toes, and then sit up straight again. So heart lifting, shoulders back and down, breathing here. And then either staying here or starting to extend your elbows out to the side, using your hand grip to hold your feet together and to kind of help yourself pull forward. So pulling forward, still trying to keep that length in your back. And then rounding the head forward, relaxing forward into it, breathing deep. Listening to the sound of your ocean breath. Full breath in. Sending the air out in all directions. Breathing into all of your stretching parts. Relaxing your jaw. And on your next inhale, rolling up the spine. So we're going to extend our legs out for a straddle sit. So it's not as important about how far out your legs go, but it's the integrity of the pose. So flexing your feet, flexing your toes towards your face. So legs are active. Just bring our hands behind us and find that nice, straight, tall spine. Crown of the head lifting towards the ceiling like there was a string pulling you straight. So that might be enough sensation for you to just sit here and breathe into it here. If you want a little more, you can walk your hands forward. Still lengthening. Inhale, arching it up. Exhale, rounding forward. Finding your breath. Connecting to your intention. And on your next inhale, walking your hands back towards you, rolling up. So we're going to bring our left leg bent on the bottom. This is called knee to ankle pose. So we're going to bring the right leg on top. And the idea is that your ankles and your knees are both matched up. So if your hips are tight, your leg might be up like this. If it's really tight and that's uncomfortable, you could just bring your front foot to the floor. But the idea is to get knees to ankles. And when you look down, you're going to see a little triangle in your lap. Just adjusting it a little bit. Flex both of your feet to protect your ankles. Then bring your hands behind you and sit tall. So sending the breath to where it's tight. Mentally telling the hip to open. Kind of sending some yoga as mind and body and breath. So sending the messages to the tight muscles. You can stay here. You can walk your hands forward. Still extending. long spine. If there was a ruler or a yardstick taped up your back, and you would be in line with it. Deep breath in. On the exhale, folding forward, relaxing and releasing into it. Walking your hands back towards you, rolling up. So we're going to take the leg on top, the right leg, and extend it out, bringing your left foot in towards your midline. So we're going to go into a twist here. So your right arm is going to be on the floor. It's like a kickstand. Your extended leg is going to be flexing toes towards your face. You're going to inhale the left arm up. Exhale, stretch it out, reaching towards the foot, and then bring your hand on the back side of the leg, coming into a twist. So in the inhales, extend out, reaching the crown of your head towards the foot. And on the exhales, use both of your hands to kind of twist to the right, twisting the air out of you. So everything that's on the floor is grounding down, foot is flexing. On the inhale, lengthen. On the exhale, twist. Feel that nice juiciness. On the next inhale, rolling up, releasing that, extending both legs out, shake them out. Now take your right leg and cross it over. Try to have your whole foot on the floor, sit up nice and tall. So you can either leave this left leg out straight, or you can bend it in towards you. Don't bend it in so much that you're sitting on it. Make sure both of your sitting bones are on the floor. I'm going to come into a twist here. So your left hand stays on your knee, pulling it in. Inhale the right arm up. And then exhale it down onto the floor next to your hip. So twisting to the right. On the inhales, get tall. On the exhales, use your hand on your knee, use your hand on the floor to twist a little more. You can bring this front arm, elbow behind the knee to help yourself twist a little further. So twisting is good for the spine, it's good for digestion, helps keep things flowing. Also massages all of your internal organs, releasing toxins. So twisting is good for us. One more deep breath in. On the exhale, release back to the front. So our final hip stretch for this side is going to be pigeon pose. So what we're going to do is take this leg that's on top and lean forward and bring it to the back. So this leg in the front that was already bent, if your hips are open, it can come out. If your hips are tight, your heel's coming back towards your midline. I'm going to turn sideways so you guys can see. So the back leg is extended out long. If you have a blanket handy, you can put it under your left hip. It's just like a little kickstand. And then just kind of try to come up to straight, hovering. You're kind of hovering here in the middle, but just find that long spine. And then we're just going to start to walk the hands forward, finding our edge and breathing there. Breathing into the hip. You can stay here or try to come down to your elbows, just finding a little more stretch there. Aiming the breath to the tightness. You could stack your hands and rest your forehead on your hands. Or maybe you can bring your head to the floor. Just finding your edge. And then breathing into your hip, letting it open. A few more breaths here. On your next inhale, slowly coming out of this, we're going to make our way to downward dog. Stretching out, letting that go. Stretching out the hips, bending one knee at a time. Anything that feels good here. Going up and down on your toes. Wagging your tail back and forth. All right, and then making your way back down so that we can get those hip stretches on the other side. So we're going to start out with that knee to ankle pose. It's also called fire log pose. So this time the right leg will be down and the left leg will be on top. So ankle to knee. It's okay if your knee's up, or if you want to put it in front, if your hips are tight. Looking down, making sure there's a triangle in your lap, flexing both of your feet, sitting up nice and tall, breathing. Bringing a hand to your foot and a hand to your knee and just leaning forward there. Lengthening, shoulders back and down, crown of the head reaching. Bringing your hands to the floor if that is available. On the exhales, letting go. Deep breath in. Exhale, rounding forward, folding into it. Deep ocean belly breath. Walking your hands back towards you, taking the leg that's on top out towards the corner of your mat, flexing the foot, right heel comes in towards your midline. Turn and towards your chest. Turn your chest towards your outstretched leg first. Bring that back hand out for the kickstand. Inhale the right arm up. Exhale, extend towards your foot and then bring your hand down on the back side of your leg and find that nice deep twist. Inhales, arching like a cow back. Exhales, twisting. Breathing deep into your belly, trying to create more space in between your right ribs. Then on the exhale, twisting all the air out. On your next inhale, rolling up, straightening both legs out. Shake them out. Take the left foot, cross it over in front. Try to get the foot on the floor. Hug your knee and sit up tall. You can either leave that leg out straight or bend it. Keeping both sitting bones on the floor, sitting up tall. Right hand stays on your knee. Inhale the left arm up, reaching for the ceiling. Then exhale it down and around behind you to the floor, twisting to the left. Inhale, get tall. Exhale, twist. You can either keep your hand on your knee or bring your arm to the back of your knee to help you twist a little further. Deep breaths here. On your next inhale, let go of the twist, come back to the front. We're going to find pigeon on this side. So take your leg that's on top and send it to the back. And then we're going to just be hovering our hips over the center. Turn sideways. So again, if this is feeling really tight, you can bring that front bent heel more in towards your midline. If your hips are feeling like they want a little more stretch, you can try to get your front leg coming towards parallel with the front side of the short side of the mat. You can always put a little blanket under your front hip, something to help you balance. Kind of hovering tall in the middle. First, feel that. Connecting your back foot to the floor, tucking your tailbone down to feel that hip flexor opening. Finding your full deep breath. Coming forward. First to your hands. Maybe down to your elbows. Deep, even breath. Bringing your forehead down to your stacked hands or to the floor. On the inhales, breathe into where it's tight. On the exhales, let go. Feel that place soften. A few more breaths here. On your next inhale, slowly coming out of this, making your way to down dog, stretching it out, letting it go. And then bringing your knees to the floor, coming down onto your back. Hug your knees into your chest, rock them around, massaging your low back out on the floor. Bring your arms to cactus, bent on either side. Deep breath in. On the exhale, drop your knees to the right, head looks to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, drop your knees left, head looks right. Inhale, center. Bring your feet to the floor with your knees pointing towards the ceiling, and then let your knees drop open, the soles of your feet together, reclining butterfly. Bring your hands to your hip creases. Just breathing here, searching around for any tension, and with each exhale, letting it go, sinking down. Using your hands to help your knees back together and hugging them in again, rocking them around. Getting ready to go into our final relaxation pose, Shavasana. So feel free to make yourself comfortable in any way. Extending your legs out long, separating your feet equal distant from your midline, and then letting your legs drop open to the sides. Shrugging your shoulders down away from your ears, arms out to the sides with your palms facing up. Rocking your head back and forth a couple times, and then letting your nose line up with your navel. Scanning your body for any remaining tension, and with each exhale, letting it flow out, feeling heavy, sinking down. Letting this deep, relaxing time in Shavasana be a time for you to incorporate all the elements from your practice down into your soul. Bringing your attention to the crown of your head, relaxing there. Smoothing and relaxing all the muscles in your face, smoothing out your forehead, relaxing your cheeks, feeling your eyeballs fall back away from your eyelids, relaxing your jaw. Tongue is on the roof of your mouth behind your teeth. Swallowing to relax your throat, relaxing your shoulders, arms, feeling the energy in the palms of your hand, feeling your fingers relaxed and curled up, relaxing your chest, your belly, your hips, relaxing your legs and your ankles and your feet and your toes, feeling your whole body relaxed. Relaxing any control over your breath, just letting the breath come and go naturally. Bringing your attention to your heart center. Noticing how your heart feels. Visualizing a beautiful lotus flower, the petals opening with each inhalation. With each exhalation, dwell inside the lotus flower. Finding small movements in your fingers and toes, coming back to the room, rocking your head back and forth from side to side, starting to deepen your breath, stretching your arms overhead and your feet in the opposite direction, and slowly making your way onto your side, curled up. Taking a few breaths here in transition, feeling grateful for your practice, feeling grateful in general. Pushing down with your top hand and helping yourself up to a nice tall seat. Sitting up nice and tall, but being relaxed about it, keeping your eyes closed and your focus inward. Feeling how relaxed you feel and promising yourself you're going to keep some of this relaxation with you. Knowing with a few deep, mindful breaths, you can feel it anytime you want. Joining your hands at your heart. Releasing your intention, knowing the seed has been planted towards becoming your best self. Completing your practice with a moment of gratitude, reflection, or prayer to integrate the energy of your practice into your life. You can bring your awareness to your heart anytime throughout the day to come back to the seat of unconditional love. Thank you so much for practicing with me. Namaste.